In this AlignMix video, you will learn how to update the data that you've imported into your AlignMix file. And you can import and update any data set, whether it's at the account level or zip code level, at any time. If you'd like to update your account data, then it's essential that you've imported with a unique ID. That's how all the data is linked in the AlignMix file. So if you've imported sales to an account, if you have a unique ID imported as well, then you'll be able to update your data based on that unique ID. So let's, for example, take a look at the data that we have currently in this file. So we click here on data definition, you'll see that we've got population at the zip code level, and we also have sales data linked to accounts. So if we wanted to import a brand new data set, we can do that without overwriting this data set. And if we wanted to update this existing data set, we can do that too. So let's show you how to do both of those. So let's click here on OK. But before we do that, let's take a look at the Excel file that we will use for this update. So here is our account file. And the only two things that we need to import is the unique ID of the account and then the new data set. So we will import this new sales 2020 data as a new data set, but we will also overwrite the existing sales 2019 data. So we're going to perform two imports. One will be new and one will be an overwrite. So let's minimize this now. And now we go to File, Import, Import Your Data, and select the file for import and click Open. And right away you will see our column labels appear here on the left. So now it's time to import our data. So account ID comes here to unique ID. And because we've already imported our locations into this file in a previous import, we don't have to pull in any other information like the base geography, but we do need to pull in the new data. So we're going to pull in sales 2020, and that's going to be our new data set. And we're also importing sales 2019 data as an update. So let's click here on Next. And right away, you will see a new screen appear. So this is AlignMix realizing that we already have data in the software, and it's making sure it knows what you want to do. If you do nothing, it'll create a brand new data set for each one of those data sets. So that's exactly what we want to happen for sales 2020. But sales 2019, we don't want a new data set to be created. So we double click here and we want it to overwrite the existing 2019 sales data that we have already imported. So 2019 data is going to get updated and 2020 data is going to be imported as a new data set. Click Next, a summary appears for import, click Next again, and then Finish. And now if we lasso an area and let go, we have our sales 2019 data, which is what we just updated, and we also have the sales 2020 data, which was our new data set. So now let's click here on Close and change this to zip codes and accounts. And now let's zoom in again and lasso another area. So you can see this time, since we've lassoed zip codes and accounts, you also have that population data. And you can update population data the exact same way. So you simply would just import the zip code and the zip code data, and then you have the opportunity to create a new data set with that import or overwrite existing data. So let's click here on Close. So let's say you've imported your data the first time without a unique ID. If that's the case, then the best next step would be to lasso the entire country and including all of your islands, so like Alaska, Hawaii, Puerto Rico. So you lasso everything. And then when you click on Next, you'd want to delete all of your accounts. So you delete all of your accounts completely from this file. And then in data definition, you also delete all of your data sets. So we remove every data set. And you'll know you've deleted all of your accounts if the account segmentation legend goes away. So right now, there's still some accounts, probably in Hawaii and Alaska. So if I click here on Configure Layers, I can go through and delete the remaining accounts from Configure Layers. And now click on OK. And right away, you'll see that legend is gone. So because you've imported without a unique ID, you'll have to wipe the map out completely of your accounts and the data that's linked to those accounts. And then you can import your account data set back into this file. All of your zip to territories are still there. We've only removed the accounts and the data linked to those accounts. And then for your next step, you would simply import your account data back into this file, and then you'll have your accounts again in your AlignMix file.